Pit Boss versus Traeger grill rib cook-off. I'm doing this comparison cook just to see if this Traeger that's going for $3,700 right now on sale is worth more than this Pit Boss that's priced at $1,300. So grab a couple racks of spare ribs, Dickie. We're gonna amplify some backyard barbecue fun. I grabbed two comparable racks from the same brand of spare ribs, and I basically just pulled off that membrane and called it good. I used some Hogwaller pork and rib rub from Suckle Busters to give them that barbecue flavor. I'm keeping it pretty simple today to see if there's a difference between these two pits. I'm also using the same exact pellets in both of these. We're using a hickory, cherry, and oak blend. And I drained all the remaining pellets out of both of these pits. There we go, 20 pounds for the Traeger, and the same for the Pit Boss. There we go, 20 pounds in the Pit Boss. This one, well, we could fit more because this one's got a 37-pound hopper. I'm gonna run both of these pits at 275 degrees. Turn it up to 275. And you gotta watch out, if you really spin it, it jumps more than 5-degree increments. Press and hold here. And now it's gonna start igniting. Open up this lid. Turn the power on, crank this one up to 275, and let her start. Now it's gonna get pretty smoky in my studio, but let's go ahead and throw in some probes so we can still monitor the left and right on both of these pits. We're gonna be using the swamp cooler today. We'll turn that power on, turn it on oscillate, and we're gonna get the fan going and the cooling going. I don't like to sweat, and either do my cameras. Both of these pits came up to temp at about the same time. Let's get in some spare rib. Start with the Traeger first, and we're gonna place them right about here in the center. Get this cord out of there, because the hot side is more on the right-hand side on the Traeger, so we want those bones to start to separate and pull back and have them facing towards the fire pot. Same thing with the Pit Boss, and we're gonna place these a little bit left of that fire pot. I'm gonna have to adjust my ambient probe temp too. Ooh, she's hot. Hurry up, she's hot. And same thing, we want those bones facing that fire pot. Now I'll set a timer for 1 hour and we'll come back and see if they need a spritz. I'm not running these in smoke mode because the Traeger, the smoke mode will only work up to 225 degrees. It will still work on the Pit Boss, but I'm trying to keep this as fair as possible. I'm 1 hour into this cook and the Ultra Mega Elite, it's running typically like how all Pit Bosses do. It's anywhere from 35 to 50 degrees hotter on the right-hand side than the left. But the Traeger, it's all over the board. It started out lower than the actual set temp. It did even out from the left to the right as far as even temps in the chamber, but now it's skyrocketed through the roof. Both of these pits smoke pretty decent for a pellet grill, but in the first half an hour or so, good old Easy Bow was smoking more than the Ultra Mega Elite. And for you people that are new to my channel, that's Easy Bow and that's the Ultra Mega Elite. But let's go ahead and see if these spare ribs need a spritz. Thought I pumped this up before. Yep, these are starting to dry out and our rub is set. Give her a little spritz and get some moisture on this rack. Check out the Timberline. Yeah, it looks like the same thing here. We're set up so we can give him a little bit of moisture too. Now both of them, they're looking like they're starting to develop a little bit of smoke in that color. Maybe a tad more on the Easy Bow, but that thing really hasn't smoked for a while since it had that very large spike in temps. It's been trying to get down to where we set the temp at. And another thing about Easy Bow, I'm pretty disappointed that I have to get a new lid sensor. This is only the 5th time that I've ran this pit. It only has about 19 to 20 hours of runtime on it, and I already have to call customer service and get a new part. Now it does say that it's not mission critical, but it's a pain in the butt. I have to go ahead and fix it. It might reset after we've shut it off and cleared it all out. But right now, it's telling me it's broken. I'll run these for a couple more hours and then we'll check on them and see if we're starting to get some pullback. I'm 3 hours into this rib cook-off. There's been a couple interesting things that have happened to the Traeger. Nothing's really changed on the Elite. It's still running that 35 to 50 degrees difference from left to right. But at around the 1.5 hour mark on the Easy Bow Traeger, that pit was running about 25 to 40 degrees lower than actual what was set on the controller. And since then, it's never even reached 275 degrees, which we're trying to cook at. Right now, this pit's been averaging about 40 degrees difference from right to left. And at one point, both of these pits were running the same exact temperatures with the same amount of difference between right and left. Every single time that I've used this Traeger, I've had a firmware update. So obviously they're trying to zero in on these temps. But right now, it's a roller coaster. But it's probably time to give them a spritz, and for all of you that are wondering, this is just plain warm water. Now, like I said in the text in the video, the right-hand side is the Traeger, and we're at 265 degrees on the right side and 228 degrees on the left. They're certainly starting to look good though, and I can see they're drying up a tad. We'll give them a little bit of spritz, but I think we do have a little bit of pullback going, so I might as well give them a turn of 180 degrees. Gotta suit up and put on some of my Clean Space Nitro gloves. All right, we'll just get this over on this point right about here. And this is right about where our fire pot is. I wanna make sure that these riblets cook just as much as the bones part, because this is a little bit thicker meat right there. And get into the pit boss. For sure, I'm getting some really nice pullback started here, so it's a perfect time to go ahead and flop these 180. And again, the fire pot's right about here, so I want that heat to be touching up against these riblets. And we'll give this one a nice little bath too. Now I'm just gonna continue to cook these. There's not a lot more that I have to say about these pits other than both racks look pretty comparable to me. So I'll bring you back when these ribs are nice and tender. I'm 4 hours into this cook and these spare ribs are looking pretty good. This last hour, both of these pits have been running pretty much the same. They both have about a 40-degree difference from left to right. On the Traeger, the left side is the cool side and the right side is the hotter side. Same thing with the Pit Boss. The left side is the cooler side and the right side is the hotter side. Typically on a spare rib cook, I'm gonna add some sauce to them, but for this one, we're just running them until they're tender. But let's see how Easy Bo did on his spare ribs. Yeah, they're nice and flexy. They got some good color, not too dark, not too light. We got a little bit of pullback, nothing fantastic, but good enough. We'll get these on the cutting board first. We'll close up the lid and we're gonna shut down this Traeger. All we have to do is just hold in this controller, and now it's gonna go into the shutdown cycle. Now let's get these spare ribs out of the Pit Boss. Same thing, nice and tender. We've got some good color and a little bit more pullback on these bones. Get this on the cutting board, and we can shut off the Pit Boss Elite too. All we have to do is hold the power button in, and this one will also go into a 15-minute shutdown. Now I'll let these spare ribs rest on the cutting board for about 10 minutes, and then I'll bring it back and we'll slice them up. This rack of ribs is off the Pit Boss. This rack of ribs is off the Traeger. We pretty much got the same exact color off from both of these pits. This one has a little bit more fat along those riblets than this one. Now I am pretty surprised that both of these finish at the same time. We'll go ahead and just cut this Pit Boss one first. Slice right down here. Slicing like butter. Cut this bone off. We certainly got a nice little smoke ring. That ain't bad. Might as well slice one off the Traeger too right away. I'm approximately the same bone. And this one has a pretty dang good little smoke ring too. This one's our Traeger and this one's our Pit Boss spare rib. You can see they look pretty dang identical to me. We'll try the Pit Boss one first. 100% tender, juicy, you can see. Bite off the bone. Nice crispy bark. Exactly what I'm looking for in a pork rib. Now the Traeger. Same thing. Bite off the bone. Tender and juicy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't tell any smoke flavor difference at all. No. I'll double check on the Pit Boss one. Nothing is different. They both have the same smoke profile, crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. So what I've learned on this comparison is both pits are good. One of them costs more than the other, but it does have a fancier controller, but it's also broken already. With that all said, I guess this one is a tie. Well, that's all I got. Roll the nation.